Hello, crypto boys and ghouls, and welcome back to our channel, Tales from the Cryptomancer here on YouTube, where we talk about Splinterlands and all things play to earn with blockchain gaming. So today I wanted to introduce a new series for the channel, Underrated. So Underrated, I want to talk about cards that are underappreciated or undervalued in the current meta or state of the game. And I wanted to start by talking about Almo Cambio as our first underrated card in the series. So Almo Cambio is a neutral Splinter, legendary, still in print, and I think greatly undervalued and underappreciated. He's kind of like the Rodney Dangerfield of our current meta right now. So I think that's going to change, but let me talk about why. Let's look at his stats. So Almo is a neutral Splinter, which is fantastic because that means he can be used in a majority of battles in league play. Makes him very, very effective and efficient. If you look at his stats, at his base level, he has 4 speed, which is actually really nice speed, right? So that gives him a 40% base dodge before the speed of the attacker is factored in. He doesn't have any shield, but he has a very robust 12 health, and he has the immunity ability. We'll talk a little bit about why that's so important. Let's also talk about how he evolves as he levels up, right? So at his max level, which is just 11 cards, right? I mean, they are legendary cards, so they're not cheap. But that being said, his speed goes up to 6, which is quite impressive, and his health goes up to 16, which is really, really nice. Not only that, but he gains the phase ability, as well as the return fire and magic reflect abilities. These are very impressive tank abilities. While Almo himself doesn't have any attacks directly, being able to be immune to negative status effects, have magic attacks miss, reflect both magic and ranged attacks back on to the opposing team. That's huge. And let's just quickly, compare that to legendary Lord A, right? So Lord A going for $150 right now as a legendary. And if we look at his stats at level 1, he has 1 speed, 6 health. So Almo has 3 more speed base and 6 more health base. And then Lord A has Void, which helps reduce magic damage, and Shield, which helps reduce melee and range damage, right? So if we're taking, let's say, 1 away from magic and every other attack, it really makes his health 12, let's say, roughly speaking, the equivalent. So he's basically Almo from a health perspective, slower speed, has no attack, right? So yeah, I mean, you can get Almo for 32 bucks, or you can get Lord A for 150. That seems pretty straightforward on the value there. But let's look at Almo in action and see why he is so good. Here is a typical battle in the silver or higher league. It has the scenario poison. I'm not sure the exact frequency of this particular battle condition, but it's probably 10 to 15% of your battles will have poison in it, roughly speaking, right? I don't know the exact percent, but poison basically does 2 damage after every round to every individual Splinter on the battlefield. It's not like Earthquake where you can dodge it with flying or anything like that. Pretty much everyone's going to be affected. So what I've done is just picked an Earth team here. I've picked Mylor as the summoner just because it adds additional damage, passively. And I really only have 1 Splinter on this team that does actually any damage. Everyone else here is just, expendable. And let's see how the battle unfolds. So it's a 26 mana cost battle. I'm going against another Mylor summoner. And let's take a look at their team. They've got a lot of health on their side of the battlefield. And let's see, here we go. I'm just basically sacrificing a chicken there. The cube gets some health. Lose the ooze. The cube also is a really good unit for poison battles, just for reference, because things are going to be dropping on the battlefield, just like you see there from poison, and it's going to regenerate health. Mylor is good also. You can see the Thorns doing some work. Poison taking its toll on the enemy team, and Almo just chilling in the back there. Immunity being huge. Not affected by poison. Having 12 health. Just watching the battle unfold. And he's going to outlast everyone in this battle. And he's basically going to laugh and wave goodbye to the Unicorn Mustang. Right there is why Almo is so very valuable. If, let's say 10 to 15% of your battles that you're playing in league play, you're pretty much not guaranteed to win, but you always have a really good chance with Almo on the battlefield versus your opponent, right? If I could say that 15% of your matches in league play, you're going to have a significant advantage over your opponents, would you want that card? I would say, yeah, that's a great card. And let's look at value, right? We talked a little bit ago about value, and Almo is, this screen here shows legendary cards on the market right now. Almo is the least expensive at $32. You can see the cards in the first two rows go to $50. When I look at these legendary cards, if I were to purchase one that wasn't Almo right now, I'd probably look at the Gloridax Magus or the Ancient Lich as being the next most valuable legendary on the market. And those cards are $45, so that's $13 more than Almo. And even if I fielded the Magus or the Lich in a battle, they're not probably going to necessarily guarantee a win 15% of the time. So again, Almo's usefulness, being neutral, being usable in any poison battle is huge. And that's even before leveling him up and taking advantage of some of his other abilities in the future, right? So again, really great value. And I wanted to also elaborate a little bit on why we're seeing that value in Almo on the market. If we look at right now, the reward cards that are in print, we can see that Almo is the only legendary still being printed, right? Here's the key. He's at 98.36% printed. He's going to be out of print any day now. And we all know what happens with out-of-print cards. When they become deflationary assets that aren't available, their value is going to go up in the game. So now is the time to look at Almo for sure, about getting him either in your deck permanently or renting him. And let's talk about rentals briefly here. Let's go into Almo and let's look at his rent. Like, if you wanted to try out Almo and see if what I'm talking about is actually true, you can try him in your deck for under 4 DEC a day. That's like literally a penny a day, maybe 3 pennies. I don't know. I mean, it's pretty cheap. So again, really outstanding value. Try him for yourself, rent him, see if he's a real deal, and if so, yeah, we've got our first underrated Splinter on the channel. So good stuff. I hope you find this information educational and helpful for you as you journey through Splinterlands. If so, like the video, subscribe if you already haven't, and turn your notifications on. It helps the channel. And until next time, keep stacking those stats.